Okay, I don't like videos that start with excuses, but I'm going to make some here. First of all, my camera skills are rusty. If you put me in a float tube, I make a pretty good video. I know exactly what my moves are, what my setups are, and I can get you a pretty decent product. On the river, however, I've got a lot to learn. There's way too many things I'm trying to do all at once to get the proper shots that I'm looking for. This fishing trip that you're about to see with my brother, you're not going to see a third. You're not even going to see an eighth of the fish we caught. I ran out of battery before the fishing ever got good, and I ran out of battery before I ever switched to my new indicator setup, which I'm really proud of. But I'm going to show you this anyway because the fish are just too pretty to ignore. The spot is too pretty to ignore, and my brother was too gracious to take me and all of us there and show us this wonderful fishing spot. So sit back, enjoy, and just understand that I'm going to dial this in, and these videos are going to get better, and that is an absolute promise. Well, good morning. This is going to be our first real fishing trip since we got to Arkansas. My brother should be along here shortly. I'm probably a half hour ahead of him. And we're going to go down and see if we can catch some trout here in the what's known as the beaver tail.
I think we're going to get some though. There's wind blowing on the lake up there pretty good.
Well, it's Brook, there's a little breath of breeze already showing up from when I got here.
So that's good. That's good news for us. We're going to need it. We'll pick up a fish or two, but if we get that wind, then that's good.
It's funny, man. I just switched this rod. It's the first tap I've had. There's a zebra midge underneath that hopper too, but of course I was up there in the shallower water. That might have something to do with it. I'll go back to that before the end of the day and see what happens there after we've caught a few. All right, Brook cut the first one. Dang it. Yeah, you're about the same depth I am though, Brook.
Yeah.
About one more fish and I'll get this ruby midge off.
Okay. If you noticed in your fly box, you'll notice the fly you have the most of,
yeah,
is this fly right here that I'm using.
I'd be darned.
I tied more of those for you than any of the others.
Well, I was just trying to be different, but I won't be different for too long, I promise you. How often do you pull in that parking lot and there's nobody here, Brook?
Weekdays. It all depends on what kind of year it is.
Yeah. I'm not sure how I missed that fish.
But I do have I don't have a picture of that fish, but I do have a witness to it.
Yeah, that's almost as good as a picture.
Almost, yeah. A picture would have been a lot better. Well, there we go. I was using this net. This is an oversized net that I've got. This one I've got. And that fish was doubled up in the net, and I had the tail, the head at one end and the tail sticking out the other. And it was a really big husky fish too. But as is the case often with fish like that, that was not the biggest fight I've ever had by far from a fish on the fish. man says you didn't get all hooked up for nothing.
I got that whole fish on camera. I had it on for you. Oh, he spit it.
I will say this, it's not that often you come down here and you got the whole plate to yourself. That's kind of weird. Oh, here we go. I thought I heard somebody. We got some kayakers coming down.
Got a decent fish right here.
Weekend, man, it's a flotilla. You get one after the next.
I just found out a flaw with the net cam. That camera's heavy.
Okay. Yeah.
And it sinks my net.
Oh, it sinks the net. Okay. Oh, wow. One came up and grabbed. Oh, that's great. I just had one come. I was just retrieving my fly and one came up and grabbed it.
Finally got one to the net, brother.
What's that?
So we finally got one to the net.
Are you getting to watch any of these Olympics with what you got?
Oh yeah,
Oh, you did?
much as I want.
Did you watch that guy from Sweden break the world record on the pole vault yesterday?
Yes. Yes, I did.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
I got it several different places. I could watch it on the regular TV, and I'm recording all of it.
Okay.
And then YouTube will show me the highlights if I want it to.
Yeah, you can, that's right. That's right.
And frankly, that's the part I'm actually enjoying the most, because what station is it? Is it NBC? Yeah. All they want to show me is beach volleyball. What's up?
Not much.
Not much? Well, this for not much, that looks pretty good to me, bud.
Yeah, but they're all buffalo. Yeah, I know, but they're all carp.
There's a fish over there, Mike.
Yeah, I heard. I need a scout anyway, though.
Yeah, they're there, but you don't want them.
Oh, I might want them for just a minute. It's easy.
You got no cams on.
Brooke, it's not as hard easy as it looks.
That's what I'm trying to say. You're not only are you trying to fish, God, there's a nice trout right there. Oh, I got one chasing after mine. I thought it was one of those. I've seen smallmouth bass that are chasing my fish before.
Have you?
And there's also they've got walleye.
I've seen the wipers or the stripers or
Wipers or whatever they call them. Yeah.
in here. I've been in here when those dudes were running up and down the river.
Yeah. I've seen those too. And every once in a while, man, I haven't seen them for a while, but this year, finally I saw another one, those paddlefish.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be fun. I've never seen one of those
They're
guys.
huge. They are huge.
Yeah, I know they are. Big old gentle giants.
Oh my, yeah, gentle giants, but they're huge.
This is one of the few places in the world I think you can fish them here in Arkansas.
Yeah, you got to read up on it.
You got to snag them is what they do, but
Yeah, I don't know why you would want to.
I can't imagine it either, Brooke. Not for the life of me. I can't figure it out.
It's an amazing fish to see. If you ever get to see one in person, you won't forget it. They're absolutely huge, man.
Yeah, Johnny's going off like a rocket, or it was a minute ago anyway. Let me jump in here for a second. You shouldn't be hearing about Johnny. Johnny's a secret. Look, Johnny is the key to the whole thing, and must remain hush hush. You didn't hear a word about Johnny.
You can get. You said they're sold out of the other kind, though.
The half inchers, yeah.
Yeah, that's the popular size, man. Shit. Well, we'll have to take a trip up the trail and. That's another dozen.
They like the Johnny. Have you used the Johnny on the North Fork? Have you tried the Johnny on the North Fork?
I'll tell you I've tried Johnny on the North Fork.
Okay. Not another word about Johnny. You hear me? Not one more word about Johnny. There is no Johnny. Okay.
Johnny will go get him on the North Fork. They like Johnny over there.
But when it was going on, it didn't matter where you were standing the other day.
When it's going on, it's going on.
There was a woman down there. I don't think had ever had a fishing pole in her hand. No, and she made about 3 casts. And, oh, I got one already. You know, it's like man, they are pretty fish though. Well, that's because every time I catch one, you've already got one on.
I do.
I'm a tinkerer.
What's that?
I said I'm a tinkerer, man.
I know you are. And you know, that's all right. My buddy Pat is a tinkerer like that. He likes to do that shit.
Well, you can't double until if you don't get out there.
Oh, okay. I had to get a fish off. A little bit slow.
This one isn't any bigger, but he's
Bald eagle, man. I haven't seen him for a while.
I got to where I was seeing them all the time at Blue Lakes.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, there was a pair that came in there. And I don't know if they were nesting there or not, but there was one particular tree they really liked. You know, I told this story all the time, but I was 25 or 26, 27 years old before I ever saw a bald eagle.
No.
And now I see them
Yep.
all the time.
I know.
I remember the first one I saw was sitting in a tree south of Carson City. I was in the van with Grandpa Garrison. We were going to Topaz. And he knew. He said, keep an eye on this tree when we go by. And sure enough, there they were. And I was amazed. It was the first one I'd ever saw. And like I said, now I see them all the time. Of course, I hang out where they live, but
Right. That's right.
man, I got news for you. Johnny's lighting them up right now.